What's up? Welcome to a True Underground Story podcast. I'm the host, Timmy Burner. Today I'm with Salem Avenue members, Kent Mellows and King Ahmi.
Yeah.
How you guys doing today?
We all right, man.
We're doing great,
All
man.
right, man. How you doing, bro?
I can't complain. I
Word.
met my goal today for work, so I'm good.
How we sound, man? How we sound? We sound good?
Yeah, you're good. I'm able to
Fantastic,
boost the audio and stuff too. If like when I do the final edit, if the audio's down, I can boost the audio.
All right, cool.
Love to hear it, man.
What's up, Zoo?
So, tell me a bit about yourselves. Where are you guys from?
We from Ohio, man. I'm from Columbus, Ohio. I moved to Dayton, and then that's where I met this guy, man.
Yeah, man. I'm from Dayton. Right off of Salem, man, right where Good Sam used to be, Salem and Litchfield. We actually came up on adjacent streets. I was on Litchfield and he was on Park Hill. This is my cousin, so I didn't know this nigga my whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's
Salem Avenue, man. That's where it started, man. That's where the roots came from.
So what was your guys' childhood like growing up in Dayton? I mean, you said you grew up in Columbus and then came to Dayton. So what was life like for you transitioning from the Columbus lifestyle to the Dayton lifestyle?
Well, things don't work out with your family sometimes, and then you got to move and relocate, and that's what happened. And in that, I met my whole mama side, and he was part of that. My other cousins, my other aunts, things like that were there too. And my grandmother was there. That's how we went. So I mean, early in life, man, we didn't have quite as close knit of a relationship as we do now. We would see each other every now and then in the family gatherings and when people got together. But for the most part, I was a big ball player, man. I played a lot of basketball. I did a lot of sports teams and stuff like that, and so I kind of stayed out of the way. Where we lived at, it wasn't the best neighborhood, man. It still ain't. It's not. It's got a little worse now, But it's home though. It's where home is, and every time I go back, I always get the good feelings of how it used to be and things.
for sure, man. I was raised by a single mother, just like him. Older brother, younger brother. Man, we moved around a lot when I was a kid. Around a lot, we moved out of state, a couple times. We moved around a little bit. I lived in Georgia, Mississippi, back to Georgia, back to Ohio. It was a lot of movement, early on. So I was always the new kid. But I've been knowing I wanted to make music since I was a jit, bro. Since I figured out what hip hop was, when I stumbled upon T.I., that's what did it for me. So that's really what's been my focus this entire time, getting to this point where we at, honestly.
So how long would you guys say you've been making music now, like professionally?
Probably about 2 years.
About 2 years, yeah. Professionally,
Yeah.
I did some things in high school, man, but
Facts.
and I did some things in college as well. But I mean, it was never something that brought a lot of finances. It was never something that got me on the road a lot. Because I had the schooling and things that kind of held me back. So once I was able to get through that, this then became a full-time hustle at this point.
Facts.
This is my job now. Everything on the outside of this is kind of extra income and things of that nature. But this is the main job in my life now.
Facts.
So obviously your guys' group name, Salem Avenue, that comes from growing up off Salem Avenue. But how did you come up with your personal individual stage names like King Ahmi and Kent Mellows?
We ain't asked that in a while, bro. I like that.
Hey, man.
Ain't nobody asked us that in a while, man.
Have at it, bro. You got it, bro.
I mean, so I'm a big fan of classical music, man. I like to put together works of art in my music. I like to get real good harmonies and real good things that really kind of expand your mind with the sounds and things that we put out. And Amadeus Mozart was one of the people growing up that I was like, man, this guy's good. I see why his name is still ringing today, right? Yeah. And so I went with Amadeus when I was in college. I was in college talking about Amadeus, and it was like, the fuck does that mean? You know what I'm saying?
I believe it.
And
I
so
fucking believe it, nigga.
I got to where I am now. I got back to Louisville, man, back to the city. You know, I got to be around my people, and I realized I need to shorten this, man. And I went down to Ahmi, so it's King Ahmi because I'm always been a king, bro. It came with the nature of being who I am. So King Ahmi just it felt good, you know. It rang true to me. So and then you know Kent Mellows, you know he's
So like on some, so man, I done have so many stage names, bro. I don't even, man,
what
I
was
don't
you back
even.
in the day, bro? What was this?
Yo, man, it's not even
When
important.
you had that full white outfit on? What was your shit at the time, bro?
Nah, it was Kim Mellows back
Oh,
then
it's
too.
Kent
Yeah,
Mellows.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
that was 2014. That was 2014. Um, I I don't. Well, I mean, my name is Kenneth. You smash that shit together. You get Kent. And I always like how Trey Songs. I always put that songs at the end of his shit. Um, so I was thinking of words like melody, things, and then melody turned into mellow, and then it was like, oh wait a minute, nigga, you might have something there, and then it turned into Kent Mellows, and man, it's been like this for it's probably been 8-9 years now. It's been a long time. It's been a long time.
And so now you see his name on here. If you saw his name now, it's Kentucky Mellows, because and that's not the one, right? That's not the stage name, but like that's the that's one of the aliases because
Hey man,
he now lives in Louisville, Kentucky.
right,
So he
right.
became Kentucky Mellows.
You know how Drake got Drizzy and Wayne got Weezy and Jay got Hove. Kent, Kentucky Mellows. You got it. You see what's going on, bro.
I feel you.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
added the
yeah.
UCKY and
Mm,
there it is, man.
So,
hey
what was
man.
like some of the music you grew up listening to, whether it was stuff that you guys like seeked out yourself or like the shit your moms had you listening to growing up?
Man, Erica Badu, Jill Scott, Earth, Wind and Fire. You know,
I want to listen to Earth, Wind, Fire.
man, look, my mama had that Earth, Wind and Fire going.
Yeah, nah,
You know,
man.
when you in the back seat playing the Game Boy and you trying to get the street lights to light your
Yeah,
shit up
nah,
when
man.
and you got Earth, Wind and Fire as your background music while you defeating a level 96 Charizard. You know what I'm saying? You
Bro.
know what I'm talking about, bro. He know, cause look at you cheesing, bro. You know what I'm talking
So
about.
my mom's. We used to listen to Jay. She used to listen to Kim a lot. Um, when
Kim, yes.
love calls,
Hey,
you're there. Yes, bro.
hey.
Um, we believe it or not, she used to listen to Evanescence. Y'all know who Evanescence is?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Shout hey, it's a cold ass group. They they know what they doing. I Ti, man, for me, man, Ti is king. Man. Without Ti, I don't he kind of he's the one who taught me how to rap.
Did your mom listen to you?
No, I don't even remember how I stumbled upon Ti, bro. It's been so long. I don't even remember how I came across his music. But
Cam showed me to you.
podcast, I'm sorry, we just got some information. But as far as influences and who I was listening to, it was Ti when I was younger, and as I got older, it's been more Cole, Kendrick, Rick Ross type of deal. And I like Nick Grant too. Nick Grant is pretty dope. If you don't know who Nick Grant is, check him out.
So, when I was like trying to like figure out how I was going to do this, because you guys also have your own individual music you work on aside from Salem Avenue, which is a little different from the last time I interviewed a pair. They were twin brothers, so most of the time they released music, they were always on the same song. So I'm trying to like
They had the
interview
same
you,
vocal cords.
and like because I want to interview both individually down like here down the road. So I don't
Okay.
want to spend too much time talking about one person, but I will say like I know as you guys got older, you joined the Navy, Kent, correct?
Mm-hmm.
How
What
do you
made
know
you
that?
decide to want to join the military?
Jeez.
How'd you know that? Did he tell you that?
Nah, I just did my research.
Hey, he did do a little. I did not tell
I
him
was about
that
to say, did
shit.
y'all talk about this?
Well, honestly, man, my thinking at the time, man, I knew I wasn't finna go to nobody's college and do what I was supposed to do. Not at that time in my life. And I wanted to go to California. Uh, and the Navy recruiters kept walking the damn halls at Wayne High School, and I found myself talking to one of them. I was in RTC at the time, so I was, there was there was a part of my life that was, you know, involved in that. So I wasn't oblivious to it. But it became more and more real, you know, the closer I got to graduation, and I realized I didn't want to go to school. And man, I made my decision, you know, around February time frame of 2012. I went in and I hollered at them and, you know, let them know that, you know, I did want to go. I was with it. And, you know, they told me I could leave July 3rd. So I graduated June 10th. July 3rd, I was gone, man. It was an experience, to say the least. It was an experience.
So, how long after you got out of the military did you guys, well, I guess you in particular, decide I'm going to start chasing music now?
So believe it or not, actually, while I was in the Navy, I actually recorded and dropped an album while I was in the Navy, back in 2014. But what occurred, honestly, is almost immediately after I dropped that project, I shipped out in all of 2015. I was in the Middle East. We ain't got to get into that right now, but you know, a lot of things changed.
Yeah.
So you know, when I came back home and I separated from the service, ultimately, you know, I decided to go back to Atlanta to go to school. So that's kind of what my prerogative was at the time. Yeah, man, it gets deep.
So, when you guys both decided to start making music, what did like your moms and your friends think when you guys started like actually releasing music and really chasing this career?
My mom recently this year told me she believes me now. Like she did not, even though I was good, even though, because I get it, being good ain't enough. Trust me, if y'all watching this shit right now, being good ain't enough.
No.
So you know, her hearing great music and hearing, you know, all these things, she had to see more, you know, and it wasn't until she was surrounded by like 200-300 other people, and we sitting in Miami competing for $50,000, that she finally decided, I believe you, you know, and it took a lot of groundwork to get there. It took a lot of,
Gotcha.
you know, a lot to get to that point. So that made me realize that this is a game of patience. This is a game of time, you know. People try to rap for 1 year and they think if they don't make it in that year, they done. And that's the silliest idea that you could ever get being an
Yeah.
artist at anything. Art, visually, sound, whatever you do art wise, it takes longer than that. It took Rick Ross 10 years.
It
So
took Jay-Z about the same.
you know what I'm
And
saying?
he was 27 when Reasonable Doubt dropped.
Facts,
You
bro.
know, I would go to my friends, like I recorded with like iPhone headphones, earphones, or like little cheap microphones in my phone, and I would record a song, and it would be dope.
You remember when me and him first started recording together, you know, we first started making music together, me and him both bought these like Shure, what is it, the MV88? Is that what it
Yeah,
is?
yeah,
These like Shure microphones that you could plug into your phone that
yeah,
would like make a studio quality, because you know we didn't have access to a studio.
yeah,
And
yeah.
he was down here in Louisville and I was back home in Dayton, but we both spent like $150 on these little microphones that go into your phone, and the quality would make it. I mean, it wouldn't
Out
be.
of 10, you know, so we was working with a 2 quality at
You
first. You
feel
know,
me?
you bought these mics, and it's about a 5. You
You
know,
feel me?
and so, and it's the thing. Like I would be chilling with the homies, and I'd be like, you know what? And shout out to my boy Jimmy right here in the comments. You know, I would treat my friends like they was a radio station.
Mm-hmm.
So like they would be sitting in there playing the game, you know, rolling backwoods and shit, you know, drinking water. That's because that's all niggas eat nowadays is backwoods and water.
Facts.
And
As I'm
and
drinking water.
you know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers don't even be eating dinner no more, bro. They just smoke and drink water all day. And so like, you know what I'm saying? Like I would come out and be like, yo, I got this new track. You know, I got this new shit, bro. And I would go and show all of my friends, even outside of that. And they would be like, that's dope. That's cool. And I was like, well, wait a minute. I'm dope. Like, I need more than that. I need more than that. You know what I'm saying? So I started hitting the studio, bro. And I started, like, you know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, we get here, you know, get where we at.
Facts.
Where people start to believe in you, right? They see you perform. They see you wow the crowd. They see you connecting with Rick Ross. And they see you talking to Scott Storch. And they see you doing all these things. And then they start to believe that everything that you was talking about is kind of real.
Kent, what did your mom think when you decided to start making music?
Man, Me and my mother's lineage for how this is went as far as the music it's been trouble, but we've gotten to a good place. Um, I there was a bit of resistance, just like it was on his end. Um, obviously, as a parent, you may be skeptical, when your child wants to be an entertainer. This is one of those careers that is not guaranteed.
Yeah.
You can have a very, very good month. You can have a very, very bad month. You can have a good year. You can have a bad year. You can be in the same spot for 20 years, or you can be Drake. It's so unpredictable. Um, so I can definitely understand where a parent would come from as far as, wanting their child to have a bit of security, in their life and, having some stability. So
I'll get a degree.
yeah, you feel me? And I did those things.
Exactly.
I did those things. I went to Atlanta. I went to Georgia State University. I learned those things that people told me I needed to know. I learned them. I sat in those classes. I read those textbooks. I wrote those fucking papers. I did everything that they said that we were supposed to do. When I got to the finish line, all of that, it was like, okay, now that all that's done, we're going to do this shit my way now. We're going to do this music thing. So, and then we was, we're going to see where it goes. And so far, it's been going all right,
Well, like I said, man, with time people start to believe, they believe you. You just gotta keep consistency, man. That's really really the key.
Right. It's really nice when people recognize you for what you want to be recognized for. It's it's really nice, when we're able to walk into a room and be 100% ourselves, because Salem Avenue is an entity. Kim Mellows and King Ahmi, we are. Yes, we're individuals, but we have something that we bring to the table, and people are beginning to recognize that. So it's pretty dope, man. It's pretty dope. It's cool.
Obviously, aside from yourselves, who would you guys say are artists that you feel like kind of get like slept on the impact or just like their ability in hip hop?
I feel like we got the same person right now. I'm a so shout out to Joyner Lucas. That guy's serious.
Is that
guy's serious.
That ain't who you was talking about when you said we had the same person, right?
That's who it is.
Okay,
yeah.
well, we don't have the same person then.
Okay. Who you got?
Slept on? Man.
It's a lot of them, but
Sheesh. I gotta be honest, man. I don't feel like Big Crit get the respect that he deserves.
I feel that.
I feel like there's an understanding, there's an appreciation, but I feel like he Tracy McGrady playing for the Rockets. You know what's going on. You know he's there. You respect it, but it's not.
They're not winning. For some reason, they're not winning.
And that bothers me. That bothers me because lyrically, symphonically, as far as the way he's put together and doing his own production, putting them bars together. He a country boy, but he got to go. He wavy.
I don't think I've ever answered this question myself on here, but I would say two guys I put in that category, aside from like Joyner Lucas's and stuff, would be like Killer Mike, not even just from like his discography, but just like also the stuff that he tries to do to help improve the culture. And so I see what you mean by what you're saying with Crit. Like there's certain things that kind of just get overlooked in the overall aspect of things.
Facts.
What artists would you guys say kind of influenced each one of your sounds?
Man, here's the thing. Because if I don't say it now, somebody else is going to tell you later. But people try to say I sound like Kendrick, man. Now, here's the thing. I think Kendrick is an amazing artist.
Oh, boy.
But I don't see it. So that's tough for me to still digest. I'm still learning how to digest that. You know what I mean? I would say Logic. I listen to a lot. Literally, I can rap his catalog front and back. Logic is dope. I don't know anybody else like Logic.
Right.
He has creativity. He has actual rap talent. And really, it's unmatched. I don't really like. It's like it's really hard to find somebody who's in that same realm as him. So I mean, and then Childish Gambino is a big one for me.
Childish Gambino.
Just the way that he's able to throw a vibe out there, the way he's able to give you good tones and good harmonies and good sounds. I think that's important in hip hop rap music. You know, to be able to stand out and be different is to add some harmonies, add some sounds that speak to the soul. You know what I'm saying? And Childish is really good at doing that. So I mean, those are really my big three that I came up on. You know, and really like influenced my sound. Now there's rappers that I listen to a lot, but those are the ones that influenced my sound.
I mean, one of them is Ti. Most definitely. I feel as far as cadence and how I get in and out of pockets and my pen, um, I feel like the most comparable person is Ti. As far as the way I rap, concept, subject matter, and what I'm talking about. I feel like we leaning more towards J. Cole. Same thing with him when people tell him it's Kendrick. What we get all the time is when people listen to our music, oh, it sounds like Cole and Kendrick. When somebody's explaining what Salem Avenue is to somebody who's never heard of us before. Imagine if Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole like formed a group. And I ain't mad at the comparisons, to be honest with you. But other than Cole, I don't know, man. I listen to a lot of Rick Ross, man. I fuck with his voice. I like the way he uses his voice. I think he does some things that I try to implement as well. So Rose, Ti, J. Cole. Yeah, man, it's an interesting lineup, but them is the three.
If like money wasn't like an issue, who would be like an artist and a producer you guys would want to work with?
Go ahead, man. I ain't even gonna trip, bro. Go ahead, man. It's all right, man.
I gotta think, man. I gotta think. You got one?
You ain't gonna fucking say Kanye West?
I mean, no.
Man, I don't believe you, bro. But all right, man.
I don't want to work with Kanye West. I love Kanye West, but
I love Kanye West. I ain't trying to work with him, man.
Bro, you feel like I do not
that's
believe
not the
this
first
shit.
person that I'm gonna say. You know what I mean?
All right. For me, producer.
I could hear like a Hit Boy with you.
That shit would be tough, man. Obviously, I want a record with Cole or Ti. I'm a very, very big fan of these guys, and I have no issues. I have no issue paying homage to the people that I feel helped me do this shit. So, man, if I could get a record with both of them, man. First off, I would out rap them. They wouldn't know what to do with me. They would be out of their fucking league. But it would. I mean, we would have a good time. We would have a good time.
So I like what you said about Kanye, but I don't want Kanye to rap. I'm not choosing him as a rapper. I'm gonna choose him as a producer.
I told you, didn't I? Didn't I?
I mean, come on, bro.
Nah, man.
That is an amazing producer. Come on. A little Jesus Walks, a little something like that. And then I would call Kendrick on the line, and I'm like, hey, bro, listen, I need your best 16. I don't give a fuck who's 16. I don't care about that control verse. I don't care about none of these verses you didn't get. I need your best 16 right now, and I'll give you all the money that you need to make this a success. I don't care about your Baby Keem family ties or nothing like that. I need you for a good verse here, and then that would be the amazing trifecta right there. We would stay on the radio. You know what I mean?
We actually did a Family Ties remix. We'll send it to you when we get off here. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty fucking epic.
It definitely's got some people off their feet, man.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely got some people off their feet.
Does well at shows, man. Anytime we open a show with that shit, it always goes well.
So,
let's get this light on, man.
Here recently, well, it was last year, you guys had some stuff going on with Salem Avenue down in Dallas in 2021.
Hey, yeah, man.
What was going on then?
So we actually had a show down in Dallas, man. So that competition that we won last year, man, it basically gave us an opportunity for us to basically, they host those all around the country. So it gave us an opportunity to basically pick a platform for us to basically go and, perform 1 to 2 songs on that platform in that city. And as a team, what we decided on was Dallas. And it was amazing because it was the first time that we had ever left this area to see if this shit was real. It was the first time we had ever traveled anywhere to see if, does this music actually sound good? Do people actually fuck with the music or do they just fuck with us? So it was the first time that
Well-
we ever actually got a chance to see that this shit was real.
First time we traveled far. We traveled a couple local, like close by spots.
Out of the Midwest, like, you know, we like left the region, you know,
Yeah.
nobody knew us there. It was, you know, it was complete strangers deciding whether or not they liked the music. And luckily, you know, it went fairly well.
Yeah, and then we actually met one of our better connections in a guy named DM.
Yeah, man.
And it was dope, man.
Yeah, man.
He's kind of like an Uncle Snoop to us right now.
Facts. You know, just, you know, one of those industry mentors, basically.
Yep. He didn't believe in us at first, man. I walked up and I said, "Look, man, I need 2 songs.
Mm-hmm.
I need 3. I need 4."
He was like, I don't even know what Salem Avenue is.
He said, "Who are you?"
He was not fucking with niggas.
He's like,
at
"You just
all.
gonna walk in here and just ask for more songs?" And I was like, "Listen, man, by the time this set's over, you gonna see." And he was like, "No, I'm not." And I'm like, "All right, cool."
We gave him a Salem Avenue shirt. He was like a kid in a candy store.
Yeah, by the end of that, you know, we gifted him a shirt, you know, and it was able to connect with him. It was all dope after that.
Man. Yeah, man.
I mean, earlier when we were talking about like your influences, I meant to speak on that and kind of like say like I can hear, because listening to Pigs and then the artists you named, they all kind of have like a bit of conscious rap to them, and you can hear that in your verse in Pigs, which is really well done. So.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Man. That was after the whole Breonna Taylor thing happened, and then the recent like resurfacing of all that, and them guys going to prison and jail. Like a lot of people shared that song and reshared it, like yesterday or 2 days ago, and we actually found some people actually came to connect with us and talk about they wanted to use that song. So it was like almost like that song had a second life. You know what I mean? It was a second breath for that song. It was interesting.
So we got our first game here. I had you guys both give me some artists.
See, we got
Are you the one that had Jay-Z, Rick Ross, J. Cole, T.I.?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. We're gonna start with yours.
Oh shit.
Jay-Z.
We're gonna start with Jay-Z. I do his differently. He's got the series, so I'll have you give me from your favorite to least favorite with the Sean Carter's Volume 1, 2, and 3, and the Blueprints 1, 2, and 3.
Ah, man.
What's it gonna be?
I'm gonna do the Blueprint first, and I
All
actually think the Blueprint is in order as the numbers say. Actually,
Most
I think the
people
first one is
go
the
with
best. I think the second one is the second. You know, the third. You know, so that one. That one is kind of easy. I actually think Volume 2 is the best.
Oh
I
wow.
would agree.
I think Volume 2 is the best. Then Volume 1. Then Volume 3.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I said it.
Okay.
I said it.
Now,
All right.
I agree with the Volume 2 being the best, but that's just because Hard Knock Life, I fucking probably play 3 times, 4 times a week.
Absolutely. Now this, you know what? I'm not gonna fuck up the game. You know, we're gonna play the game.
So then we're gonna go to Rick Ross. I'm just gonna name 5 random albums of his because he has a fucking ridiculously long catalog and a lot of mixed.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, man.
So we'll do Port of Miami.
Not right here.
We'll do Port of Miami, Deeper Than Rap, Teflon Don, God Forgives I Don't, Mastermind, and Port of Miami 2.
You want me to rank those, or you ask me which one is the best?
Rank those from favorite to least favorite. I can rename them if you need me to.
Well, Mastermind is fucking last. We're gonna start there. All right? Mastermind is fucking last in the motherfucker. Port of Miami and Port of Miami 2, we actually taking 1 and 2 right there, okay? And then Teflon Don is coming in at a third, all right? Honestly, bro, man, we got to tie a third between God Forgives and I Don't and Teflon Don. What other album did you name? Did I get them all?
Deeper Than Rap was the
Yeah.
other one.
Deeper Than Rap is just before Mastermind. Mastermind, man, yeah, man. You know, you could have kept that.
Next, we got J. Cole.
I want to do this one.
Now look, now we getting to it. Now we getting to it, man. What's your cold shit? I'm gonna really fuck up the T.I. segment, but what's your cold shit? I'm here for this.
I'm just going to give you all 6 of his albums that have came out since Cold World. We've got Cold World, Born Sinner, 2014, Forest Hills Drive, For Your Eyes Only, KOD, and The Off Season.
You want me to rank these albums? All right, okay. Yeah. 2014, Forest Hills Drive is first. I do think that is his best project. Directly behind that, I'm going Born Sinner. Directly behind that, I'm putting Sideline Story. Sheesh. Now it gets
hairy, huh?
I'm going KOD over For Your Eyes Only, but not by much. Not by much. What the fuck am I missing?
The Off Season.
Yeah, the Off Season is last.
No, it ain't last. Hold on.
It's a soft last, but it's last.
What am I hearing?
It's bro. What are you, bro? We comparing Cole to Cole. I'm sorry, bro. The Off Season is, bro. This is
last. Good Lord.
Last for you, I've got T.I.
Let's get it.
So, do you want to do this? His old shit. I'll give you 5 of his old ones and then 5 of his newer ones. You want to do it that way?
All right. I'm gonna let you know right now. The old. Go ahead, man.
We got his debut album, I'm Serious, in 2001.
Mm-hmm.
Rap music.
You know what? I can give them to you. I can name them off for you right now. Look, man. You got I'm Serious. You got In the Streets Volume 1 through 3. All right. If you don't know, now you fucking know. You got In the Streets Volume 1 through 3. Then you got Trap Music. Then you got Urban Legend. Then you got King. What the fuck came right after King? Then you got T.I. versus T.I.P.
Which is the best one to me. That's number 1 for me. I'm sorry.
And then you got Paper Trail. Okay. And after Paper Trail, you got King Uncaged. Whatever the fuck that was. After, oh shit. See, look, now it gets scary. Now it gets scary because this nigga was just giving us shit, man. You got the fucking Dime Trap. You got see look, this is when I have to pull out my goddamn phone, man. See look, man, I'm good for the first 5, 6, 7 albums. After that, it gets a little, I feel like his career went a lot like Carmelo Anthony's, man, and it hurts me. But that ain't
I
what
was
we
going to
got.
ask if you still felt like he was first ballot Hall of Famer because you posted in 2016, I believe.
What is this, bro? This man, this some Nardwire shit, bro. Yo, this is, look, man. Do I still think he's first ballot? Yes, he is first ballot, bro. He's first ballot, but it is not off of what he's done these last 3, 4 years, bro. When he got to OKC, we were done judging him, okay? It was like, yeah, you made it, bro. You made it. You can still play, but we not judging you no more, bro. Nah, bro.
Oh, fuck. Just tell me what is your go-to T.I. album?
Come on, bro. That's man.
Yeah.
My favorite go-to album, T.I. versus T.I.P. is dope. Paper Trail is dope, but I think it'll be Urban Legend because of what Urban Legend did for me. Urban Legend is when I was introduced to T.I. That's the album. I had to go back and hear I'm Serious and Trap Music. Urban Legend that was happening in real time. Me and my family had just moved to Georgia, and there was this yellow nigga that sort of a little bit resembled me. And people in the South don't like light-skinned niggas from out of town. They just fucking don't. So I was fighting every goddamn day, and you got this rapping nigga who, I could kind of relate to. So, he had a really, really big influence on me, man, and that started with Urban Legend, bro.
I think my introduction was actually trap music because my brother used to bump the fuck out of Rubber Band Man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So, Ahmi, you're up next. We're going to start with Tyler, the Creator.
Okay. All right.
We got his mixtape Bastard from 2009.
Which was
Goblin,
fired.
Wolf, Cherry Bomb, Flower Boy, Igor, and Call Me If You Get Lost.
Okay, so first of all, Cherry Bomb is last. It had one song with Jay-Z on it and with Lil Wayne, and that shit was fire. And then everything else was poorly mixed, and I was so upset at this project. So that's last. Number one for me is Wolf. If you ever listen to Wolf all the way through, that shit is like drugs for your brain, bro. Like, it is like the best thing that ever happened to Tyler the Creator's catalog for me, right? Because that's when he started to like switch up and like give you music just for music and not all the time being weird about like rape and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he changed it up and he was like, yo, I'm finna give y'all some good shit that's not always about fucking dead cats and shit. You know what I'm saying? So Wolf went number one for me, man. There was a song about losing his grandmother. There was a song about there was so much good shit on that, bro. I'm telling you. And then I love Flower Boy. I love Flower Boy. I have to go with number two with that. The production on that was probably one of his best produced albums, if not his best produced album that he's ever put out. Bastard and
Is Flower Boy when he shot that video where he was in the ground?
I don't know what's the song.
And he was like a sunflower, bro.
Probably. Well, I mean, the cover of it is a bunch of bees. Like, and he's dry and he's just in the mountains. That shit's fire.
I wish I could remember what that song was. I was singing whatever.
And then
Steve.
So that last album he just dropped, it has to go third for me. Just first of all, he gets with that that other girl. I think her name is Khalees or whatever. She is dope.
The milkshake girl.
It's not Khalees. It's hold on.
What's her name? I can't think of her name. Yeah.
I just want to make sure we talking about the
she
same.
Can we talk? Can we talk? Man, she's dope.
Let's see. We've got Fana Hughes, maybe? Is it on the Sweet I Thought You? Or
Hold on. I got you. Damn. I'm gonna find it. But anyway, that's number three. That project is number three.
Thank you, Bear.
Bastard goes after that because Bastard brought us Yonkers, which brought us The Roach, which brought us Tyler the Creator.
yeah.
I mean, everything after that doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna be honest with you. Those 4 albums on wax have got me through hard times, good times, bad times, everything. The rest of those, like the one what's the first one you said? That one he's talking about raping a pregnant gold retriever and this all type of shit. I'm just like,
So you don't fuck with Call Me If You Get Lost?
I said that. I said that's number 3.
Did you?
Yeah.
I wasn't listening.
That's number 3. But Wolf.
What's your name, girlfriend? Yeah, I like that
Wolf
song.
is definitely number 1. And this project that he's about to drop, this type of music and the videos that he's putting out, I cannot wait because it seems like he's gonna give us something that's gonna be timeless. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be good for the culture. It's gonna be good for the culture.
Next up for you, I've got Logic.
Logic, yes.
So, do you want me to include his EP mixtapes with some albums? How do you want me to give you a couple mixtapes and a couple albums?
So we're gonna leave out Supermarket. That's not even part of this.
This nigga asked me about a post in 2016, bro.
He did. And we start from like Young Sinatra, you know, or we.
Okay. I got you. Let's do
Under Pressure. Let's do from Under Pressure.
that. Oh yeah, I was trying because they have it separated here by albums and mixtapes. I'll see which came first. So we'll do Under Pressure.
Yeah, let's do albums.
Under Pressure, Everybody,
Mm-hmm.
Young Sinatra 4,
Mm-hmm.
No Pressure, and Vinyl Days.
Wait. We missing the best one, bro. The Incredible
Confessions of a Dangerous Mind or The Incredible True Story.
Both of those are good. So let's put those in there. So first of all, The Incredible True Story. If anybody's watching this shit, is literally the best album ever put together. On my mother. I'm not even joking to you. They grabbed a dude from Toonami and they made him be like the flight, the captain of a spaceship, and they bumping yes, Kelly Uchis, yes, exactly. She put it in the chat. They bumping the guy from Toonami, they bumping Logic shit, and there's like a robot. Bro, it's fucking amazing. If you have not listened to this album, listening to the Incredible True Story is amazing. All right. Number 2 is
bro.
Under Pressure, but it's a close second. The only reason it's second is because it's not like put together as well as Incredible True Story. But Under Pressure is literally his best work of rap that he has ever put together. He got a song about like, and I could relate to this so well. He got a song about how this being on the road and being an artist has taken him away from his family and taking that time away, and that's so like relatable. You know what I'm saying?
He got some bars in there. I heard you been popping E. Stop resorting to the vow.
He's got a part where his dad is like, "Yo, stop talking about my drug use. I don't like when you rap about that. And it's just like,
dad.
God damn. I mean, my dad don't do drugs or nothing, but like that's some shit, bro. And then everybody. I thought everybody was really good. The reason I thought everybody was really good is because he won a Grammy from that album. He won a Grammy when he dropped that Suicide Hotline song.
Hotline.
And
1-800 something.
Yeah, and for me, that was big because he rapped his whole career about getting a Grammy, and then that was the song that got it. So I had to put that in there. And then he also got Neil deGrasse Tyson to play God. Like,
He did.
Like, come on, bro. First
Is
of all,
that on Black Spider-Man?
Bro, it's the whole album. It was like little intros and excerpts in the middle of the album. He would be talking to this guy about how like we're all like renditions of the same person, just living different lives, and it was deep, bro. And then Young Sinatra 4 was well put together. It was a dope hip hop album. It's what we all needed from him while he was trying to make money and Grammys and shit. So like just for him to get back to his roots was dope. Confessions of a Dangerous Mind after that. That's pretty much it, ain't it? Was there one more?
No Pressure and Vinyl Days.
No Pressure. I don't know what the fuck was going on with No Pressure. No Pressure has some good songs, but it wasn't great. You know what I'm saying?
I was definitely really upset with it. I'll be honest.
He had a song where he did a song with Wiz Khalifa, and he took like a sample from Erykah Badu. That was dope. I still have that in my shit now, but it seemed like everything else, it was kind of rushed. It seemed like it was incomplete. You know what I'm saying? So that one had to go last for me.
What about Vinyl Days? Where did you put Vinyl Days? Did I miss that?
Yeah, it's a nah, bro. It's a nah.
Okay.
Here's the thing. I like artists, but I can be honest. If they drop something bad, I'm gonna be honest about it. You know what I mean? Even myself.
So I really thought with Vinyl Days that he really kicked back strong with this.
Yeah.
Like I fucking love this album, and I don't like long fucking albums. And this is a 30-track album.
Well, here's my thing. Because okay, I guess for me, he did a whole interview recently with the guy Fantano.
Oh, Anthony Fantano, yeah.
Yeah. And he just kept talking about he didn't give a fuck, and it just rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know, bro. It just rubbed me the wrong way. Check that out. He was like, I just dropped this so I can get out of my label and get to a new label and drop a new album. And I was just like, motherfucker, you do not care. So for me, it just rubbed me the wrong way. It set a really bad taste in my mouth for that album. Even though it did have some good rap shit. He had that one girl on there that he found on like, I don't know, he found her on SoundCloud or something, and she fucking ripped that shit.
Yeah. I fucking wish I could remember what the song is. Because I don't think he fucking credited on fucking Wikipedia, but I know what song you're talking about because he even like talks about it in the intro of the song.
She fucking ripped. I was like, oh shit, I hope I see more of her. Like, she's crazy.
That brings us to actually do him last.
Kendrick.
Childish Gambino.
Okay.
We got EP.
Yeah.
Camp.
Yes.
Because the Internet.
Mm-hmm.
Kauai. I'm gonna fuck the name of that up.
Yeah.
Awaken My Love. Summer Pack and 31520.
Okay, Awaken My Love is last. Camp. See, here's the thing. Camp is first for me. There's, I like good production. I like good products. I like good total packages. And Camp gives us a whole package of like his camp experience. Um, I don't even fucking camp, but like he even had a story part on there where he was just talking about how he liked this girl on the bus ride home. He tried to get at her, and then he fell asleep, and he woke up, and she done told the whole bus, and everybody's laughing at him, and it was just dope. You know what I'm saying? And he's a really good storyteller. He also has some good songs that were just like super like impactful and strong, powerful like tones. Man, I'm telling you, like when I tell you I like classical music and like music with like energy to it, that's what I mean. You know what I mean? So he really did
Yeah.
well with that. Kawhi, he paired up with Chance the Rapper, and they made some bangers on that project. They weren't bangers, but they were like summer vibes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then that summer pack, I actually worked at a bowling alley at the time when that came out. And literally every song I played in that bowling alley, it was only like 2 or 3 songs, but I played them all in the bowling alley. And it was always the best response. You know, everybody was vibing out, everybody was having a good time. So that one goes number 3 for me. Um, we didn't talk, you didn't mention it, but Royalty. If you've ever heard Royalty, when Royalty came out, a modern.
So Royalty came out.
Yeah, so when Royalty came out, Modern Warfare 2 was a big game at the time, and I was a big Modern Warfare 2 Call of Duty guy. Um, and I remember when it came on, like Blake Griffin was like the person that came in with the intro. He was like, "This is Royalty, you know, this is Blake Griffin." And like back at that time, Blake Griffin was the guy, you know what I'm saying? And so for him to have that intro and him to bring that project in, I mean, every song after that was dope. I mean, he was giving us real bars, good beats. Um, and then what was that project that 3005 was on? I think that was 1350 or whatever. I think that one was next.
3005 was on Because the Internet.
Yeah, so Because the Internet's next. That was like his string of runs where he had like a lot of songs that were like amazing on that project, and he had like really good videos. So he started to really get creative with his visuals. There was that video 3005 where he was just in a
Ferris wheel.
on a Ferris wheel, yeah. And the teddy bear was like getting fucked up. And then there was another one where he was in a diner and there was like a bunch of him, and he was just getting real creative with his music at that time. So when that project came out, I mean, everybody started to catch on to who he was. And I think that's it, man. Like, I'm not one of those people that are gonna go and rate the whole catalog if it's not there for me, you know. But those are the ones that really stood out, and that's how I rank those. You know what I mean? Camp.
I would definitely say like off Because the Internet, 3005 and Sweatpants are probably my 2 favorites off that.
Yeah, Sweatpants was lit.
On Bonfire, Heartbeat, and
Boy,
Camp. Bonfire and Heartbeat.
All the shine,
you know,
all the shine. We need to find. This is hard, man. Heartbeat.
And then off EP, I really fucking love his song Freaks and Geeks. Just because that shit came out while he was on Community.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
I gotta show him the video. I gotta show him the video of Freaks and Geeks. Because he just walks in a big ass room and he just gets bars. He gets bars. And then Community was an amazing TV show that I still watch. That's my sleep show.
That's one of my shows that I usually use if we need background noise.
Yeah.
So your last artist I got for you.
This is my favorite one, yo. This is my favorite one. Let's do this.
Kendrick Lamar.
Let's do this, man.
We got Overly Dedicated, Section 80, Good Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, Damn, and Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
This is difficult.
You finna butcher this shit.
This is difficult.
I'm glad I went for.
So number one for me, and this is interchangeable, but number one for me is probably Good Kid, Mad City. I get a lot of flack for that when I say that.
That's a good album.
Because people feel like it's To Pimp a Butterfly. And for me, like, they're close. They're really close. Because on one hand, you know, you got Good Kid, Mad City, where this person has created something that is I told you I like stories, you know what I'm saying? And he has created something that I can visualize with my mind as I listen. I can close my eyes. I don't need to hit skip. You know what I'm saying? And it'll always work out for me. But then you got To Pimp a Butterfly, where he has gone full jazz and fully given us live instruments, and like it just felt so raw and so real, you know. And then he also put the message behind of my people, you know, my melanated brothers and sisters. I sound like a damn. But you know, he gives us something there. You know, he gives us a little more there, and that was huge for us. But so Good Kid, Mad City's first, To Pimp a Butterfly second. Okay. Section 80 changed my life in high school. It was, I had never heard anybody rap like that. I listened to Kendrick before that, but Kendrick wasn't who he was to me when he dropped Section 80. Section 80 was like, holy shit, like, Jake, you know, there's somebody out here that's rapping for me. You know what I'm saying? And that was so different being in high school. All I knew was basketball. You know, I didn't really give too many fucks about music like that until he put that seed in my head that music is actually a lot deeper than we actually give it credit for. Um, so damn, damn, um, that has to be next for me.
Sheesh.
Um, but it's really difficult because I also like Mr. Morale and the Big Stepper. So it's like it's in between those two. Those are a tie. Those are a tie. Mr. Morale is like the return of the Kendrick we knew and we love. Cause when he made Damn, it was like, here, I got something for y'all. You know, it felt like less of Kendrick and more so of like Kung Fu Kenny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when he dropped Damn, that gave us. I mean, when he dropped Mr. Morale, the Big Steppers, that gave us the Kendrick back that we loved in the Untitled album, which was a really good album. Did you talk about that one, Untitled?
I don't think I did. I mentioned
That's just the one.
Overly Dedicated, but Untitled came out like
Oh,
in between Damn, I believe, and Mr. Morale, right?
okay. So okay, and I got to throw a wrench in there. Overly Dedicated before both of those. Overly Dedicated. Um, you know, when he had Pussy and Patron on there, and um, I mean, bro, oh my gosh, like back when him and Ab-Soul were on the same level, you know what I'm saying? Like him and Ab-Soul and J-Rock were all on the same tier. That's when he was really hungry, and like when he made Overly Dedicated, it gave me a sense of like urgency that I needed to be out here doing this shit. If I was gonna catch up to him now, you know, I had to
Yeah.
had to start now. So I have to put that in front of Mr. Morale and Damn, but only because of my personal connection to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I looked real fucking dumb the other day because for me, my intro to Kendrick was Section 80.
Yeah,
Like I wasn't aware of Overly Dedicated.
yeah.
So I think it was my guy Big A I was interviewing at the time.
Mm,
He had Kendrick on his list, and he said you didn't mention Overly Dedicated. I was like,
yeah,
oh, it's like I don't think I've ever listened to this. Man, the chat blew up. They're like,
yeah,
how the fuck you never listened to that
yeah.
album?
Overly Dedicated, and they call it OD. It's like a double entendre.
Yeah,
Oh, he OD, but it's Overly Dedicated, and he went deep in that. He went.
yeah. I ended up literally the next day. First thing I did was fucking play it because I'm a fucking music connoisseur. I don't only listen to hip hop. Like
Right.
I listen to fucking pop punk. Don't listen to country because I don't like that shit.
Man, boy, I'm telling you.
But so Kendrick's just one of those guys, man. Like he's had a pen since the fucking start.
Yeah, yeah. I think as his career progressed, he learned how to format it and arrange it in a way that is kind of easier for everybody to digest. But earlier in his career, like when he was dropping the Heart Part 1 and Part 2, like, man, that shit spoke to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I was one of them people that was kind of an outcast. Like I played ball. I was in the front, but I was also one of those people that was like, I'm not really having fun in the front. You know, I'm more of a person that has fun. You know, in the mental, in the mind and shit. So I always connected to him. Like there was never a time when I was like, this shit is not connecting with me. Even now.
What would you guys say has probably been the hardest thing for you as artists?
What you got, man?
Um, I guess kind of figuring out that the making the music part is the easiest part of this shit. Um, that's cake and ice cream. Going to the studio and making a song. Um, that's something that we would do anyway. Uh, the part that's difficult is 7 people in a 6-passenger car going to New York. 15-hour job to Dallas. Uh, going to Miami and dealing with heartbreak. Um, having to come out of your own pocket, to fund merchandise and shows, and travel expenses, and things of that nature. There are so many things that go into this shit that has nothing to do with how well you can or cannot rap. Um,
It sounds like you're almost saying like blazing that trail. It's like going through the jungle with a switchblade and
yeah,
just cutting down random trees and getting through it.
facts.
Sometimes you run into a mountain lion, or sometimes you run into a panther or whatever, and it's just like you kind of got to fight that thing off. Where I was there,
Hardest part of being an artist is being an artist,
yeah,
and remaining true to that, because it's being an artist is the type of thing that makes you want to go and do something else.
it's
You
a lot
can
of
have.
obstacles,
I'm
man.
telling you,
It's a
bro.
lot of obstacles, but the easy part is if you're good,
Mhm.
is being good. I feel like that part is easy. It's just everything that comes with it. That doesn't.
Absolutely.
You don't have to be an artist to go through. The business side of things. Um, like you said, traveling and
Hmm.
all of these things that cost money,
Knowing when to
financial.
say yes, knowing when to say no.
Yeah, yeah,
Knowing when to cancel a studio session if need be. Knowing when to move heaven and earth to make it to that studio session. Um,
yeah. Decision making has to be
yeah,
good, man. You gotta have really good
yeah.
decision making skills, or else you ain't gonna make it.
What would you say has probably been the most rewarding thing to you guys?
Um, the fact that we on live right now, and in the top left corner it says Salem Avenue interview.
Hmm.
It's real. It's a thing. It ain't an idea no more. It ain't cause it ain't. It's real. When we reached out to you and we worked on getting this thing set up. You were setting up an interview with Salem Avenue. You know, not Kenny, not Bilal, but Salem Avenue. Um, so having people see us for the way that we want to be seen, so that we can be everything that we can be within that's probably the best thing in my opinion.
I agree.
Do you guys have any plans to get like some visuals and stuff for your projects that you're doing together, like music videos?
We got a project coming out next Friday, and we got a visual
This
coming out
Friday, actually.
this Friday,
On Friday, yeah.
and we got a visual coming out as well. So be on the lookout. Black
Um,
Black Cop.
I would like to know what you think of the records that you heard. We don't mind if you want to talk about them right now. We did.
I got it wrote down for the when we go over your discography. I was gonna bring those up.
Fair enough.
Discography. Okay.
Now I did because, like I said, I want to interview you guys individually here soon down the road. So I did just stick with the Salem Avenue stuff that was on Spotify.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But before I play this next game, in the last year, how many live shows have you guys got to do?
Bro.
In the last year, probably like 20, 30. I don't know. Well, in this year alone, I think we've probably done at least 10 or 15.
Damn, that didn't work.
And then like last year,
You've done more than 30, bro.
yeah,
30 plus.
yeah. In the last 12 months, yeah, it's because I mean, there's been months where we've done, you know, traveled and did, a couple. Like we did a whole route one time in 2 days where or like we'll go someplace and hit a couple at a time. It's like, um,
And it's been like that. Like our first and second show were like, it was a Thursday night and
on
then
New Year's, yeah,
and then a Saturday night. Like, we were here in Louisville and then we drove to Richmond and that was our first and second show like ever.
At Salem Avenue, of course.
Yeah. And that was, that's kind of the trend that kept going.
Yeah, they kind of come in packages,
Yeah.
We've done festivals, we've done house, we've done bars, we've done everything in between, man.
Yeah, man.
Outside, inside.
So easily 30 plus.
Just rewind time a little bit. Do you guys remember the first time you performed live? Like what that feeling was like before you hit the stage?
Go ahead, man.
I do remember.
Hey, man,
we were actually where we're at right now, man. So we live at a venue right now. It's called St. Cat Sound House. And we actually, that was our first opportunity in the city as an entity. Shouts out to Tabin, she gave us and it was funny because I actually fucked up, man. I fucked up real good. I mean, I went into it, and I fucked up my verse, and I didn't jump in, and I was like, hey man, restart it, and I fucked up the verse again. And I was like, hey, restart it. Fucked up the verse again, and for me, that was like jumping out of a plane, and I might have, my parachute opened last minute, or like that was like hooping in the NBA in the playoffs, and I didn't start scoring until the fourth quarter. It was like, for me, that was a big moment because at the end of the day, I still had a triple double. It just wasn't a 40-point triple double. So after that, I made sure that every night I went out for 60. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And so
I feel you.
that has always stuck with me, and it made it important for me to always like come with my best and come with my most intricate bars, my most purest of energy, and everything else that comes with it. He came out there and killed it. He pulled up a fucking stool. I was like, who the fuck is this? He pulled up a stool and he was like talking to him and shit in between the songs, and I was just like, who the fuck is this, man? He's showing me up, man. It was crazy, man.
It was a cool night, man.
I was like, this man ain't say nothing about being like this. Hold on.
It was a cool night, bro.
So this next segment I got, this or that. It's rapid fire. So I'll present two artists to you. It's not a competition of the better artist. It's who you're going to choose to ride around listening to.
All right.
Who's got the music that you want to cruise to?
Let's do it.
I'm going to start off with Tory Lanez or Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
Bruno Mars or The Weeknd.
Bruno Mars.
Erykah Badu or Lauryn Hill.
Golly, that's tough.
Erykah Badu.
Erykah Hill.
Stevie Wonder or Michael Jackson.
Stevie Wonder.
Michael Jackson.
Music Soul Child or Drew Hill.
Soul Child.
Music Soul Child. Yeah.
Straight out of Baltimore, right?
I think so. This next one I'm probably gonna Nick say because nobody picks the other option. DMX or Ja Rule.
DMX.
Man.
Oh, he's thinking.
He is.
Can I decline to answer? Cause I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm neither.
Wow. The disrespect.
Hey, call it what you want.
The DMX disrespect.
Jay-Z or Nas.
Nice.
Jay.
Good Lord, you fucked up right
Jay.
there. You
Jay
fucked
is
up.
the GOAT.
This is
Jay is the greatest rap. Look, you know what? I don't know if we was gonna get to this shit or not. Jay is the GOAT. All right, let's clear this shit up right now. It's J1A and then you got Wayne 1B. All right, stop, bro. Stop playing with me, bro.
This conversation has happened way too often. And I'm sick of it.
Bro. Do not start it on.
Look, I'm sick of it.
Jay, it's Jay. Man.
Nas' birthday.
Stop playing with me, bro.
Come on, man.
Nas been off beat for 25 years. It's Jay.
Nas' birthday.
It's Jay, bro.
Let's go to the next.
A quarter of a century.
Let's go to
He been rapping behind the beat. It's Jay.
Tupac or Biggie.
Biggie.
Pac.
Keith Sweat or Luther Vandross.
Keith
Sweat.
G-Unit or Slaughterhouse?
Anything other than G Unit is fine with me.
I don't know, man. I fuck with Lloyd Banks and Tony
I just fuck with 50 and that's it.
You know I fuck with Tony Yayo, man.
Nah, Slaughterhouse is killing them. I'm sorry.
I don't know, bro. 50 is, you know.
I'm sorry. That's the only person. I'm sorry.
I mean, so who is Slaughterhouse is killing? Like, just like what?
Eminem is better than all of them.
Bro, without 50, ain't no Eminem.
Eminem is better than all of them.
Man, stop playing with me, bro. All right, what's up? What else you got?
Cardi B or Nicki Minaj?
Nick.
Man, Nicki Minaj.
Nicki got bars.
New school here. We got XXXTentacion or Juice WRLD?
Ooh, wee. Listen, I love both of them, but X.
I'm declining the answer again.
But yeah. We got Machine Gun Kelly, the rapper, not pop punk, or Kid Cudi?
Kid Cudi, man. Come on now.
I'm declining the answer again.
See, you see his disrespect with artists, bro. It kills me out, bro. Kid Cudi, you should always say that. Come on, man. Come on.
We've got G-Eazy or Jack Harlow?
Jack Harlow, man.
Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow.
Louisville's finest. Come on.
No, stop that. We're not gonna
Louisville's finest, bro.
just not G.
The Kentucky product, bro.
Just not
The
G.
Great White Hope.
Oh my God.
I'm 95% sure I know your answer on this one, just because I know on your Facebook I saw you diss the Kevin Gates. So Kevin Gates or Joyner Lucas?
Joyner Lucas, man.
Man.
We gotta stop.
You
We gotta stop.
You don't want Kevin Gates to start your fucking car?
Bro, we gotta stop acting
He
like
just
Kevin
grabbed
Gates.
that shit and it's starting.
No, man, we gotta stop acting like he's some type of deep individual, man.
That
He's
man is
not.
a cap artist, bro. He ain't do shit to that lady's fucking car, bro.
Man, he didn't do that. It was a good jolt of electricity that came through or something. He didn't do that with his hands.
Once again, I'm declining to answer.
Wait, who's the other person again?
Joyner Lucas.
And you're declining?
Yes.
Bro, this is what I deal with. This is what I deal with.
What else you got, bro?
Lupe Fiasco or Wale?
Lupe, man, and tell him about Wale, man.
Wale, bro.
Whoa!
Wale over
Whoa!
yeah, bro. Wale over Lupe, bro.
Oh my God, I can't stand this motherfucker, bro.
And that's saying a lot, because Wale he ain't bottom shelf, but he's, you know, he's like, yeah, he might be bottom shelf, bro. But that's
I got time.
Wiz Khalifa or Young Thug?
Wiz Khalifa, man.
Thugger.
Bro.
Nelly or Akon?
Nelly Nell.
Akon.
Saint Lunatics.
Akon.
Some of these I do have are older names. So if neither one of you have an opinion, just say pass. We got Mobb Deep or UGK?
UGK.
UGK, but barely.
This guy, man.
Pusha T or Kanye?
Kanye
West.
Yeah, put the
Lil Wayne or Drake?
Ooh, bro. I feel like I've racked up some rollover points, so I'm choosing both.
Nah, I'm gonna say
I'll give it to you.
I'm gonna say Drake, man. I'm gonna say Drake.
Let's do Ransom or Joe Budden?
Joe Budden. He's not gonna answer.
I'm not answering, bro. I got nothing for you.
Royce the 5'9" or Benny the Butcher?
Royce.
Butcher.
Royce.
The Butcher.
Gucci Mane or Jeezy?
Jeezy. Hands down, hands up, head and shoulders.
Well, I mean, it ain't that close.
Hey, listen, I will say I've never been a big Gucci Mane song, but I fuck with his new song, Stop Dissing the Dead, where it's him pretty much saying, like, I know I started this shit, but it needs to stop.
I ain't heard it.
I appreciate that.
I'm about to look that up.
It's lit.
It's pretty dope, too. Like, the whole song's fire. But next we got T.I. or Ludacris?
T.I.
Ludacris.
West Side Gun or Conway the Machine?
Bro.
Conway. I like West Side Gun, but he's more of a voice guy. Conway got bars.
Yeah.
On West Side.
Gunna or G Herbo?
G Herbo.
I decline the answer.
G Herbo is a artist, but he's a rapper. I fuck with that.
Young Dolph or Nipsey Hussle?
Nip, yeah.
But hey, Paper Route Empire, bro. Rest in peace to God, bro.
I don't know much about Young Dolph. I'm not even gonna cap you.
I put those two together because they just both have a strong impact on like the business aspect of
bro.
underground hip hop.
I don't know too much about Young Dolph, man.
He the nip, but in Memphis.
Real. Yeah, essentially. Outkast or Wu-Tang?
Wu-Tang.
I'm going Outkast, bro.
Wu-Tang, man. They brought karate to hip hop, bro. We loved it.
They definitely did that.
We loved it.
Fucking Shaolin monks, man.
I watch karate movies all the time.
I mean, Andre 3000 is a problem.
But no, most definitely.
He's a problem.
But I'm
Eminem or The Game?
Golly, bro.
The Eminem, bro. But it's not like it's far away, all right? He's a very good rapper.
50 Cent or Jadakiss?
Jadakiss.
Jade is the real king of New York.
Ah.
I feel like a lot of people would definitely agree with that.
It was never 6ix9ine.
Oh, fuck no. That will fucking...
He lost it before he got...
I don't even want his name on this motherfucker.
That's fair. My bad.
We'll cut that part out.
It's slick.
D-Smoke or Cordae?
Cordae. Easily.
Ooh, wait a minute.
Stop playing.
Cordae, man. Cordae. D-Smoke just feels too much like Kendrick to me.
I get that vibe, yeah. E40 or Twista?
E40. E40 is a legend.
I'm going Twista, man.
I'm just letting you know now, you two are going to hate me on the last one. So we got The Lox or Dipset?
The Lox.
Easily, yeah. LOX.
Goody Mob or Bone Thugs and Harmony?
Bone Thugs, bro. Come on now, Ohio boys.
Bone Thugs, yeah. Easily. We grew up on that, man.
21 Savage or Kodak Black?
Kodak.
21.
Absol or Schoolboy Q?
Godly. Wait.
I'm going
Absol. But barely, like seriously.
And the last one, J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar?
Kendrick.
Jermaine.
Kung Fu Kid.
I ain't even finna. It's a cold world.
Kung Fu.
Cold world, man. He
made the Black Panther album. Come on, bro.
You better bundle up.
He did.
The Black Panther album, man. We didn't even talk about that one. That's one of my favorite ones too.
Yeah. It's weird. Like, if you search his discography, it's kind of fucked. They don't put that listed as his discography, even though his name is on every fucking song on that.
You know why? Because they some haters. You said, what? So when we talk about it, it's happening. I think part of that is being one of what he would say, and we've talked about in past conversations, is what we would call a gatekeeper. Just like if you look at in science, this is the way I've explained it. Neil deGrasse Tyson is one of the leading scientists in his field. When you're looking for new information and Neil deGrasse Tyson comes out with it, you're going to fact check him, first of all. But then second of all, you're probably going to let that be kind of the standard. I mean, and so in that way, we want to do that with hip hop. We want to kind of create the standard for what is good music and what is not, where music is going. I think once you have kind of that seat in that cockpit of what music is and where it goes, that is like a part of success for me.
So, like, have you seen the Avengers Endgame?
Of course he has.
What was it one more time?
The Avengers Endgame.
Oh, yeah.
Not Endgame, Civil War. Shit. Anyway, on the front of the comic book, there's all these fucking superheroes. There's hundreds and hundreds of fucking superheroes, and every superhero on the cover does something. Motherfucker may be super stretchy. Motherfucker may be able to teleport. He may be invisible. He may have super strength, whatever. So everybody on that cover is super in one way or another. But at the front of all those superheroes, you have your Hulks, you have your Captain Americas, you have your Supermans, you have your Spider-Mans, you have your Fantastic Fours, you have the gatekeepers who say, okay, all right, we're all going to take a step forward. I feel like Drake,
Black
Kendrick, J. Cole, Rick Ross, Jay-Z, Nas, these are the people, if we were to use that same analogy, these are the gatekeepers for hip-hop. These are the people who say, okay, we're all going to take one step forward. So when you mention Maybach Music, when you mention OVO, when you mention Cash Money, when you mention TDE, I just want you to make sure that you mention Salem Avenue Music Group as well.
He's spitting, ain't he?
It's real shit.
That motherfucker spitting. You know how I got a meme is?
I get in
This
and out of
motherfucker
this.
spitting.
You need to write that shit down. Put that on the next project.
Woo!
So now I met you, Kent, at Moves Media. How did you come about like meeting everyone at Moves, like P the Prophet and Slico Got Bars and all those guys?
So I actually, do you know who E-Man Jones is?
Yeah.
Okay, so there was an album release party that E-Man Jones had that I went to that Slico was actually at. And I met Slico that night. I met Wall Street KB that night. I met Awful Truth that night. I met Ash that night. I met Vesta. I basically met the entire Raise the Bar crew. How did I
Shout out Ash.
So Slico was actually having a performance that he was doing for Moves Media somewhere in Huber Heights. And I wanted to pop out because, I wanted to support. I wanted to holler at him. Hadn't seen him in a while. And he was finna drop a project. So I went out and, I saw him. And, while I was there, I was able to connect with Jay Lee, over at Moves. And that led to him saying that performance that I'm telling you about, that was the one that happened the night before. So the night after, they had that in-studio performance, and he was like, hey, man, come down to Centerville, check it out. So I did, man. And, I did the in-studio performance. Man, we just kind of always stay connected from there. So that's actually the night that I met you.
This, and memory serves correct, I believe you performed Russell Simmons freestyle.
This shit is wild, bro. What the fuck? Yeah, man.
And that's not some shit I can Google. That's just me remembering that shit.
That's wicked, bro. Yeah, man. That was it, man. That was it, bro.
Yeah, it was fire, and that's what eventually led me to approaching you and talking to you, and then we went outside and talked since they were all still performing.
I remember about you. You either had on, it was a Bengals shirt or a Bengals hat. One of them.
It's probably a hat.
Yeah, one of them, bro.
I like your hat.
Oh no,
Sorry.
That night I was wearing a Bengals polo.
Yeah, man, you look like a damn coach. I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, all right, bro. I feel it.
Yeah, I showed up because I was like, I don't know what the fuck everyone's gonna be dressed like. I pull up looking like that, and then fucking my dude P the Prophet's just fucking hanging out in some fucking jean shorts with some socks and sandals on.
Facts.
I was like, oh, well, fuck. I look overdressed. What's your guys' opinion on the current state of hip hop? Would you say you're kind of like disappointed in how like, and I'm not even trying to shit on the genre because I want people to get their bag, but like the Detroit rap, it's like they're not lyrical. A lot of times they're not on beat.
I think if I look at it from what the function was originally, giving it an outlet for people to talk about their things and what's going on in their life, then I don't have too big of a problem with it. But if I look at it in terms of the path that hip hop has taken and where it has been and the heights that it's reached, it kind of bothers me a little bit when there's a Joey Badass album that just came out, but you catch an Uber and you hear some dude that raps like like, okay, you didn't hear that new Joey? Like, what's going on? Like, what is this? And so for me, man, it's but also at the same time, I enjoy that because when I go out and I sing a Salem Avenue song, that just gives us a better platform because there is kind of a lack of us in a way, you know what I'm saying? And when there are people that are in our type of genre of hip hop, they're not on the level, you know what I'm saying? And that's just me speaking as humbly as I can because I could have said a lot worse, trust me. So I mean, for me, it helps us, but it doesn't help the rap genre, man, at all. And I think hopefully there's two ways it could go. It could either go in the direction of bullshit or it could totally everybody be like, look, man, this shit is kind of boring and annoying now. And
I mean, Lil Pump died pretty fast.
you know what I'm saying? And a lot of these rappers are, because they're all sounding the same. There's all a bunch of Playboy Cardi clones out here that do that, like sing rap, that like there's a bunch of yeets and a bunch of like, and you're just like, okay, cool, well, I'm gonna let y'all do your thing, but it's like hopefully it goes in the direction that we're hoping to go. Either way, we're gonna make it where we're going. It's just that I would like to see more people in the room with us that do what we do.
I think we're experiencing what it's like to get older.
Yeah, man. I'm about to be. I
Um,
just turned 28. This kid called me sir the other day. I was like, motherfucker.
you feel now, hip hop is aged, so being 28, 29, and 30, rapping isn't looked at the same as, in the late 90s, early 2000s. So as hip hop has grown, we've been able to grow with it. But that doesn't negate our attitude towards what, the younger generation is going to turn hip hop into. It's going to be something that they like. It's going to be something that they ride to. It's a young man's game. But there are still people. There's still a target market that we have, like you, myself, you. There's a lot of people like us, who still like that old school traditional hip hop. So each of us are just feeding, the population that is gonna fuck with us. The young folks is making music for the young folks, but you still got rap music that you want to listen to as well. We gonna make sure that you got it.
Yeah.
Even these niggas bars.
I have plenty of rappers that I think you guys should work with. So we'll talk about that after the interview. I'll text you some names.
Facts.
Before I get to these last two questions, we talk your discography. You brought up Joey Badass. I got a lot of slack a few years ago because he got put up against Big Sean lyrically. I'm taking Big Sean's pen over Joey Badass's pen. I'm going to keep it real.
So
I fuck with Big Sean.
here's the thing about Joey. Here's the thing about Joey, and here's the thing. Joey is when you go to New York and you hit that corner store bakery and you get an authentic slice of cheesecake. You know what I'm saying? Like Joey is the difference between skull candies and beats, right? This man is real, and he gets a lot of his support because he is the epitome of New York, of traditional hip hop. Not epitome, but he's the standard of like, this is what it looks like. If you want to know what New York hip hop sounds like, turn Joey on. You know what I'm saying? That's not to say that he's the greatest New York rapper, right? That's not to say that his pen game is strong or anything. It's just you get a real sound from that. So when you say Big Sean is better, his pen game is stronger, most definitely. First of all, pen um Big Sean is better pen wise than a lot of people. Big Sean is better pen wise than a lot of people. He doesn't get the respect that he deserves, but that man is literally, first of all, he's in his own lane. Nobody raps that way. Nobody can put together the words as quickly and still as clearly as he does it. Like his pronunciation, like everything about the way that he raps, there's nobody else that can copy that. You know what I'm saying? And for that reason, I agree. I do agree. But I like Joey because the way that Joey came up, when I was a youngin', Joey was probably the same age as me, and watching Joey, no, actually he's a little younger than me, few years younger than me, but watching Joey come up with capital C's and just balls to the wall, take over the fucking scene of New York at the time and just do it. You know what I'm saying? That was huge.
Yeah.
That was huge. And so like we all just respect him because his story is true and he is true to his name and who he is. So I agree with you though, because Big Sean literally, they wouldn't have put him on that Control verse with Jay Electronica or all that if he couldn't hold his own. You know what I mean?
Bro.
What would be some advice you guys would give to younger you or like a young kid trying to pursue music?
make it real. Like everything. For instance, if you want to be a musician, all right, cool. We can start with something as simple as, what are you calling yourself? You know, when you tell somebody I'm a musician, and you know, what are you telling them what your actual name is? Or are you officially introducing yourself as, you know, who you want them to see you as? And then with that, you know, all right, cool. So you want to tell people that you're a musician. What has to happen in order for that to be true? Somebody has to be able to go and find your music without you being present. Somebody needs to be able to be in their car, their home, the bathtub, their friend's house, whatever, and be able to type your name in and find your music without you having to be there and lead them to it. All right, okay, cool. So after that happens, what else needs to happen? Okay, cool. You want to do some live shows. You want to be an artist who actually performs. You want to be a performing artist. You need to get up on somebody's stage. Find yourself a fucking open mic. I don't give a fuck if it's 5, 6, 7, 8 people in there. When me and this nigga started, there may have been 20 people in the room. Now sometimes we can't see the back of that motherfucker. But you have to go through those 6, 7, 8, 9 people. You have to go through them first. And they matter. They matter. Because that substrata of people is a representation of what the rest of the world looks like. There's a lot of people in the world just like those 7 people. So do not take those 7 people for granted. They're very, 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 very important to the process because, you know, that's all it is. You know, when you can't see the back of the room, it's just 7 people multiplied. So focus on the product, focus on your craft, and you know, when you're feeling down, you know, when you're looking out and you don't see as many people as you feel you should, don't feel that way.
I think for me, man, I think fear always was a part of my life when it came to being what I wanted to be, you know, and achieving the goals that I wanted to achieve. It was like fear was always a hurdle for me, you know, and it's not really so much fear of doing, but more so fear of being judged, right? Um, so, I mean, the thought of sitting in your room and creating something that is true, rings true to you, and then going on a stage and saying and reciting that to people out in the crowd seems scary. Um, because what do they say back? Well, how are they going to react? Like, there's a lot of things that went through my mind when I used to create music before I went out and actually, you know, did these things for people's entertainment. Um, so for myself, my young self, man, it would have helped me a long time ago if I would have been able to speak to myself and say, nigga, like, everything you ever wanted is on the other side of that fear. Everything. Whether it's that girl you wanted, or whether it's, you know what I'm saying, that role in the play that you wanted to do. Because I really wanted to get into acting when I was younger, and I didn't. You know, a lot of the things that we want is on the other side of the fear. And so for me, I was so good at basketball, or I was so good at poetry, that those were the only thing I was comfortable doing. But I should have done more, but I'm here now, and I'm not hurt about that. But that's one thing that I would say to my younger self, man. Don't be afraid. That fear should be more of like gasoline to the car. You should use that to drive you in a forward motion. That should create that momentum for you. And then, like he said, you make that real, and next thing you know, you are Salem Avenue now. Now the fear goes away because that's what they know you as. Because you've created that momentum, you've created that space, you literally etched yourself into this thing that we call life, and they have no way else to know you but Salem Avenue at that point.
Facts.
My last question before we talk to your guys' discography. What change do you guys want to see in your community?
Salem Avenue needs finances. It needs money. It needs productivity. There's a lot of boarded up houses, a lot of boarded up businesses. We just lost a couple of hospitals. I would like to see more money put into Salem Avenue. I don't live there anymore, but I mean, hopefully, I can bring that back. You know what I mean?
There's a disconnect. there's a disconnect. What's up, Courtney? There's a disconnect between the inner city of Dayton and the outskirts. The segregation is ridiculous. Um, there are so many things that are being taken away, and nothing is being put back. Good Sam's taken away, Aldi's taken away, Kroger's taken away. There are so many things that the people in that community need that they no longer have because it is just periodically being removed. That is asinine. Those people need resources, help, and education just as much as anyone does. So those are the things that I want to see change, man. I want the city to focus a bit more on the areas that need help.
Yeah, yeah. Dayton is a beautiful city, man. It's kind of clouded by a neglect. I think
Yeah.
neglect is a big thing in the community that has really brought it kind of close to his knees. I wouldn't say it's dead yet, but um, there's things that can be done. It's become almost like an industrial trucker type of town now, where
Facts.
I mean that's the only place that people finding most of the money now. So I would like to see more of more community and people getting it together. And I mean even in Louisville, it's more invigorating and it feels better. And I want to see what they do here in Louisville down there in Dayton.
Yeah. See, like, for me, I'm in fucking like Westchester, Ohio,
Yeah.
but I got a lot of love for Dayton, and like for me, like something I want as like a goal is that I can make my platform big enough that I can host like a festival, like a Rolling Loud,
Yeah.
something big that all the money gets fed into like Dayton inner city schools, because I'm fucking white. I mean, I've got some Hispanic in me, but I'm fucking very white passing.
Mm.
And I'm not fucking dumb. I'm very aware of the fucking racism in the fucking world, because I've seen it firsthand with my brothers that are Hispanic as fuck, and seeing them with their hands up, getting fucking tased while their hands were up,
Mm.
getting curb damage from that. But for me, I knew I was privileged because the town I lived in as a kid, it was a small town. It was safe, quote unquote. There's fucking meth and heroin everywhere, but the school I went to wasn't fucking falling apart. I had available resources to better myself. If I would have went to a Dayton school, I wouldn't have had those resources, because that's not how the system is designed. The inner city is designed to set people up to fail.
Right.
Mm.
So that's something that's a goal for me, is to be able to feed those schools the money that they need, so every kid is given a fair opportunity to achieve whatever the fuck they need to achieve, and feel like they're equal to everyone else around them.
Facts.
So we'll start with your album, your EP mixtape, Salem Avenue Tape Volume 1. What was the creative process for that album? Like, who did you go to like produce it? Because I know earlier you shouted out Ash Matthews, so I'm not sure how much you guys have gotten to work with Ash yet.
Mm. The production of that, we actually outsourced a lot of our instrumentals and stuff from that. It was a time when we were just getting started.
Literally.
And we had nothing. We had nothing out there. And we needed something. We needed something. Um, as an entity, as Salem Avenue, we needed something. So we outsourced to people that were, producers for a lot of people. And it brought us what got us to the next level. I don't know if you've heard Table for Two, but we literally would perform that song everywhere, and there wouldn't be a hand up not throwing up the four. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Table for two. You know what I'm saying? And everybody would throw their fours up, and I kid you not, every hand, everywhere, every hand, everywhere. Whether it was in Dallas, whether it was in in wherever, man. I'm telling you, this song, which we knew it was good. We knew it was good, but we did not know that this was gonna happen. This brought us to Miami. We had Kentucky Derby, which is a big song here in Louisville for a lot of people because my verse starts out and I give you a lot of stuff about Louisville that I went through. You know, UPS is the central hub in Louisville. And I talk about that. I talk about some of the food spots that are locally like highly visited, like King's Chicken. If you ever come to Louisville and come chill with us, man, I'm taking you to King's. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, it's in the hood. It's in the hood, and there's bulletproof glass, and you know what I'm saying. You probably gonna get somebody to ask you for money, but you gonna walk out of there with a amazing box of chicken. They got great sides. You know what I'm saying. I talked about Seafood Lady, and then you know we get into even a song that has Wall Street KB in it, and Wall Street KB delivers. You know what I'm saying. So like, I think this project gave us some. It gave us an opportunity to prove to ourselves that we were good. You know what I mean? Because I mean, we knew we were good at rapping, but we didn't know what we would put out would be something that got us where we are now. We never knew. I don't think we knew. My mom liked the project. My mom, she's not a rap person, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
she literally will send me the songs at night and be like, I just listened to this again, and oh my God, I got ideas. And you know, I'm just like, wow, you've never showed this much interest in me like with hip hop. Like I didn't know. I had no idea. So and then he sent me the picture of the cover one day, and I was like, I don't know. At first I was like, I don't know. But then I gave it a day and I was like, actually, yes. You know, there's a hat, there's a gat, there's a something else that rhymed with hat and gat. I don't know, but there was a lot on the table, but it was atmospheric. You know, it was like
Candles.
You know what I'm saying? There was weed.
That
probably
was like our version of a Section 80 type cover.
Yeah, that's what it was. Section 80, and you know, Rellos. I mean, it was like your normal, 20 to 30-year-old black dude's coffee table. You know what I'm saying? Like you barely making it. You got the homies over one night. Y'all probably high and drunk, and this is what the table's gonna look like at the end of the day.
That shit wasn't staged. That's just where everything was on the table.
Yeah. No, that's not staged at all. It's real. So,
like, that's my brother's leg that you see.
I didn't even see a leg. I didn't even know there was a leg in there.
Yeah, there's a leg in the very top right corner.
Wow.
It don't look like a leg because it's It's like his jeans.
Yeah.
And you can see the slits in the jeans at the
knee.
Wow.
Yeah. That's my brother sitting right there.
Wow. I just learned something today, huh? I didn't know.
That's an iconic picture, man. A lot of things started with that photo.
Yeah, man. I think we really enjoyed putting that project out, man. It was
the first one, man.
Yeah.
It was also a little bit of relief. Like, all right, okay.
So y'all really do think we're good. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's like it was it was just like a weight off my shoulders to know maybe I can do this.
Right. It was, like we needed to know.
Yeah.
Because, it isn't difficult. It isn't difficult to put together an album and release it.
No.
But you do have to do it.
Yeah.
And it does require you to do all of it. You can't skip any steps. So it was just us saying that, okay, we can start this process and finish it. And we can do this over and over and over again. It gave us a formula that worked for us. Like with each song was written a little bit differently. For instance, with Kentucky Derby, that was the first song that we ever recorded together. We recorded that my first time ever coming down to Louisville. Well, we recorded our reference. That wasn't the final version. We recorded it again when we had, better quality situation.
I hated it when we first did it.
Yeah, but the first, I had came down to visit Louisville. We got an Airbnb. We was in Iroquois, and we put that song together. That was the first record. And then for Table for Two, he had came across this beat, sent me the beat, and then we collabed on the song, and the song came together. And then for fucking AK-47. He sends me, I think this was, I'm at the dispensary, bro, sitting outside the dispensary, man, and he fucking sends me this record, bro, and he's just giving niggas bars. You know, he's at the bar on this fucking song, and I'm like, bro, this shit is crazy.
At the bar, giving bar exams.
I'm telling you, bro. So
in Barcelona.
We kind of saw what worked for us and how we could make music. So that was the first time that we found something that worked for us, and you know, we was able to build on that. So, you know,
I mean, we sold shirts off of that album. You know, we sold tickets. You know, we did our own shows from the ground up. Like, I mean, it was so much that came from that, and it was so much goodness, you know, that I was like, man, this is it. This will work.
It was becoming real.
Yeah, this will work.
And then 2022, you guys dropped the album Better Late Than Never, which is this an actual photo from Salem Avenue on the cover?
No, actually. Remember we talked about Miami?
Yeah.
So we got to Miami as the final round for Coast to Coast Live. I don't know if you ever heard of Coast to Coast Live, but
yeah,
they put you through stages and stages. So the first stage was here in Louisville. We got lined up with like 20, 30 other artists, and whoever gave the best performance, you win first place.
That video was actually on YouTube.
The videos,
you know, you can watch the whole thing. We ate that shit alive. It wasn't close.
Yeah, it's a vlog video that we put up, and it's well done. Shout out Jay. Like, you know, we don't really work too much with Jay anymore, but he did really well in that video.
Facts.
And so in the video, you know, you'll see, man, we're here. We pull up in these new yellow and these new gold and black Salem Ave.
Yeah, it was new at the time.
They were gold. They were shiny gold right here, Salem Ave. And I was like, man, these are fucking fire, bro. I was just hyped. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
that was the first time we had ever done a color other than black and white.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bro, these are good. These are good. We're gonna win this shit. But in my head, I was like, I don't know. There's a lot of people here. You know, it was a full building. And we watched these people go up, and we were just thinking, man, like, we weren't first, but we weren't last either. And I was just like, I don't want to get lost in the middle. So we go up, and I kid you not, I'll take a table for two. You know what I'm saying? And literally every hand in the fucking building is throwing up to 4. And I turn around and look at the judges, and they got 4s up. So now I'm like, holy shit, are we going to win this? You know what I'm saying? And when they're calling the winners, we didn't even get off stage because we already knew we won. And it was just like,
it's on the video.
You know what I'm saying? It was amazing. So fast forward, we've done a couple more rounds. Fast forward, and we made it to Miami. And Miami, we get on this yacht, and we got DJ Epps spinning one of our new projects. This new project.
No, he was spinning Mood at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Mood, yeah.
This is the project. Yeah. So at this time, that was our new song that we hadn't even put out yet.
Right.
That's the first song of this project. So DJ Epps is one of the big DJs out in Miami, if you're familiar with him. And Scott Storch is on that boat. So we talking to Scott Storch. We like, man, look, man, hey, man, Scott. You know, I'm calling him by his first name like I know him and shit. And it was on a yacht, man. It was an all white yacht party, and this is actually a shirt that we wore, Miami Vice color wave, and we took that picture, and that was just like the cover art that we use are usually going to be connected to real life experiences. You know.
We have we got a question in the comments that I do want to answer right quick. Someone asked where the 4 came from. Basically, this shit right here.
That's Route 4. That's Route 4.
So, you know, I mean, you know, it's State Route 4, but there's a brief moment in Dayton where 75 and Route 4 run together. And you know, you can take Salem Avenue all the way down to Salem Avenue. You can get on 75 and Route 4 at the same time. When we first started doing this music shit, I was driving a delivery truck for Lowe's all around the city. So I would see that Route 4 sign all of the fucking time, because I would take Route 4 to go up to Springfield, come back. So I would see that shit all the time, and it was just fucking ringing. So we got that shit put on a hat, and it actually looked better than niggas thought it would. And we was like, you know what? We gonna take this, and this is gonna be kind of like an alternative logo for us.
Yeah, yeah, and then it was hard for people to decide if they wanted the Salem Ave on the front or the Route 4. So we started to order both of them, and people just started to grab them both. I mean, and ever since then, you know, we never went back to just doing the Salem Ave. We wanted to do both after that.
This is yeah. Okay, that's that. Back to your questions or the discography.
Just what was the creative process now? Like, you went to Miami, you got the photo of the boat, and DJ Epps, you said, correct?
DJ Epps
was spinning moods.
Check him out, man. He got millions of followers. He does a show every week. He does really well at it too.
So he was spinning mood, which you guys hadn't dropped yet, and that's the intro track to Better Late Than Never.
Yeah.
What was like the process behind making the other 6? Well, even including moods, the process behind making the album.
So, bro, with Better Late Than Never, bro, that year that we took between the Salem Avenue tape and Better Late Than Never, so many things happened in that year. So many things happened. And those 7 songs are pretty much a compilation of what the fuck was going on, you know, throughout the year. Each song may not necessarily, we could tell you a story about the time and place we were, you know, when each song, you know, came to fruition. And, you know, the role that each song played in the shows that we would have, because we were performing a lot of these records before they were even out.
Yeah. Which we do often. That's why we love for people to come to the shows, you know, because they get to get a hear on some early.
So it's we were, you know, performing these songs and they weren't out yet. So it got to a point where it was like, okay, we got about 20, 25, 30 records. We need to nail down something so that we can drop a project so that we can keep this thing moving. So, you know, we went to the drawing board, we figured out what worked, and we was like, you know what, we're going to put together something solid while we work on what we're working on right now, which is dropping on Friday.
So, I mean, and you know, after doing those tracks, AK-47, that and all those, that was a very hip-hop album, you know what I mean? Very much so hip-hop induced, old school AK-47, like just, you know, real gritty rap, you know? And
right
when we came out with this next one, this one gave us a reason to dance. You know what I'm saying? It gave my grandmother a reason to dance. It gave my nieces and nephews a reason to dance. You know what I'm saying? And it gave like good vibes and just that like happy, like family oriented feel to it. And I think that one really opened a lot of doors for us. It's even opening up doors right now as we speak. I mean, we're having somebody that we're communicating with, good guy, and you know, he wants us to do some things with that project for his next event. And so like this project was really the one that is allowing us to step to the next level. And it's still doing it now. So I'm really interested to see what this does, because I mean, there's just so many good songs on there that can keep a crowd having a good time. There's songs on there that'll keep the energy alive. You know what I'm saying? And it does that on a daily basis for me. Even me, I drive for work, you know, and I'm always bumping it. So I mean, that was the thought behind it, man. Let's get something that somebody can dance to. People send their baby in the back seat going crazy to that song. You know what I mean? It's just really funny.
It should be funny.
Yeah, you see a baby just bopping, you know, and they in a little car seat or whatever, but they having a good time. You know, it's funny.
So that brings us to the project you guys are dropping on Friday.
Did you listen to that?
I did.
Y'all don't get that yet, but he got it. He got it.
I did not write down the title tracks. That's my bad.
That's fine.
So, what is the title of the album going to be? Well, EP, because it was only a few.
This is going to be Volume 2.
Salem Ave.
Volume 2. Okay. Yep. Just wanted to make sure. Some fucking fire, man.
The production.
Like, I fuck with it. Like, it's definitely going to get a lot of fucking play when it's out, because, like, you and me, I drive for a fucking living. That's what led me to listening to so much underground music.
Exactly.
Like, today, I was on the road from 6 a.m. I think I got home around 5:30 p.m. today. So, like,
yeah. If
I'm not listening to music, I'm still listening to like hip hop podcasts, like
Right.
fucking No Jumper, because I try and stay up to date on things that are going on. But god damn, man, shit's gonna be fire.
Yeah. Yeah, we're excited. I mean, and like I said, we got a visual coming out too. So that's gonna be nice to pair it with, you know.
I will definitely be grabbing a snippet of that when that comes out to put on the page as well.
Absolutely.
I try and do that as much as possible when I see.
That'll be dope. Can't wait to put that out for everybody to see, man.
Man, I'm really excited for this. For what's to come on Friday, man. This is the evolution of Salem Avenue, and what we've been doing these last 2 years is really being presented on these 3 records. I do feel like you see, if you listen to Volume 1 and you listen to Volume 2, the growth is exponential. We not the same niggas we was 2 years ago. It's very, very different. And I like that. Because we've grown in not only, as individuals, we've grown as, how we can work together. 2 of these songs we actually created on the spot in the studio with Ash, which usually isn't the way that we go about things. Usually,
Right.
We have a conversation, we find some production and we usually come prepared to the studio. But with what we're hearing on Friday, now, Black Cop was something that we had already discussed. There was already kind of a structure for Black Cop. Black Cop is hard. But as far as Wind Blows and OK Swerve, those 2 records, we made those 2 on the spot. And we were experimenting. And man, it actually turned out really, really well.
So the OK Swerve track, that one, it started off with us. We were creating this beat. All these beats are created right from the ground up. We were creating this beat, man, and I could just keep looking at him, and I could tell he ain't like it.
I ain't like it.
He ain't like the beat I was coming up with, and he was just like, "No, man, no." And I'm like, "Okay, well, listen, I'm gonna use this beat, and then we'll just transition into something you make." And next thing you know, it's this masterpiece of a song that I never expected us to leave out of that studio with that day,
OBI.
So and then we got Wind Blows. I mean, that whole song is just like we talked about, giving energy, giving vibes, man. Those things are important in music as well. It's always dope to be a rapper and a hip hop guy, but sometimes you got to give somebody something, give them a little more. That's what that is there. And then, Black Cop as that's that's Salem Avenue right there. That's Salem Avenue.
Black Cop is you heard Pigs, so it's no surprise that Black Cop is up our alley. That's a deep record, man, and it's an important record to me.
Yeah, without a doubt. What was it? Because you worked with Ash. What was it like getting to work with Ash on the project?
We work with Ash every time.
So Ash is the only person we work with, actually.
He's amazing.
Yeah. So we don't. We actually. I mean, we got a couple different things to compare it to, but I don't. I actually think the biggest compliment that we can give Ash is he's the only person that we work with.
Yeah, Ash is amazing. I mean, I don't. For time to come, I see us still working with Ash. And eventually, we're gonna get Ash up out of that studio, man, and take him on the road.
That's yeah, man. That's not changing. Hey, look, man. As long as he'll have us, that ain't something that's gonna change. We gonna make this commute. It doesn't matter where in the world we gotta be. Ash is who we working with.
I feel it. I feel it. I got a lot of respect for Ash. He's done a lot of great work. He works with a lot of the artists that he works with. I fuck with, so it all makes sense. Well, that brings us to the end here. Obviously, you guys go ahead and plug Salem Avenue Tape Volume 2 or anything else you guys got going on. If you got any shows coming up in the future or anything.
Can we do this thing?
You got it, bro.
I'm feeling good about this. All right. First of all, if you haven't heard the last project, we got a song called Tell It Two Cities, man. And the whole idea behind Tell It Two Cities is that I was in Louisville when he was in Dayton. Now we both in Kentucky now, but at the time, Louisville, Dayton, 2 cities, obviously, that's a no-brainer. We have gone a step further and actually created a podcast called the Tell It Two Cities. So These podcast episodes will be released on YouTube as well as Spotify. And we're actually releasing that first episode this month. So be on the lookout for A Tale of Two Cities. We're gonna be posting on the page. Then I just dropped my freestyle this morning. Okay, we got a series of freestyles called Salem6teens.
I even fucking wrote it down and forgot to bring it up.
So Salem6teen, when we first started that, we were like, man, we gotta show them. We gotta show them what we do. We can't slack on this. And we decided to find a spot that we thought was legendary, and we recorded the first 4 episodes in this same exact spot. And for these things to peak at 3,000, almost 3,000 views each, is huge for us because we're not social media guys. You know what I mean? So we do 2 of those a month, and we're gonna be doing a podcast a month. And this project is coming out this Friday, so we're really excited. Please check this podcast out. I promise you, you're gonna laugh till your fucking sides fall out of your stomach. It's the funniest thing.
It's pretty dope.
But we give you some stuff. We give you some real stuff. There's gonna be amazing content in this thing, man, and that's gonna be something for people, everybody around to have and pick it from.
I believe it. I'm gonna try and get this out before the album drops, obviously. So if you haven't got a link yet for it, I can put it in there after. But if you guys get a link for the podcast, just shoot it to me.
Oh, for sure.
And I'll put that in the description.
Oh yeah, we got a next month, by the way, too. Yeah, Moon and Stars Festival in September 12th, the weekend of September 12th.
We in September 10th.
So we're on the 10th.
Yeah.
And that's a Saturday, 6 p.m. slot. It's over in Indiana, so we're gonna be posting about that as time gets closer. If anybody else wants to slide out that way, just keep checking up on our stories and things. We're gonna be posting those flyers and posting the advertising and the promotional products and things like that.
And there will also be a tape coming next month as well. So we gonna have another 3 records that we gonna.
I think we're doing 4. We're doing 4. We got a whole catalog, and I've already looked.
Well, you can see how far we've gotten on that, but there will be another project next month.
The library is full, man. We got to get it out. We got to get this stuff out.
But we got another slew of records that we're gonna send you, unreleased. We're gonna let you check them out too, man.
All right.
I like this hat, man. This hat is fire, bro.
Oh, this is my dude, Lamborghini out of Dayton.
That shit's fire. Side.
Yeah, he got oh shit.
Sheesh, let me see the other side. That's fire.
And then he got the 16 ounces.
That's hard. Yeah, nah.
And then he got his name stitched across the back of it.
That's fire, bro. Send him my way, man. Send him. I'm a hat guy. I'm a hat and bandana guy, man, as you can see.
That shit's tough.
All right, guys. I appreciate you coming on and
thank you for having us, bro.
Being a great guest, man.
It was a good time.
You're thorough, man. You did some research, man. I can appreciate that, man. This ain't your first rodeo, man.
No, it's definitely the best reactions I've gotten out of somebody by bringing up some shit.
Hey, man, that's real, bro. That's real.
He said 2016. I was like,
yeah, bro, that shit matters. He was like, is he still first back Carmelo? Man, all right.
All right. If you guys are watching on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. All of their links will be in the description below for Salem Avenue, for Kent Mellows, for King Ahmi, their Instagrams, their Spotify's, their Apple Music. All that stuff will be in the description below. Once again, I appreciate you guys coming on.
Appreciate you, bro. Hey.
Take it easy.